Now, about what I was, about what I was saying about changing that negative behavior of cussing them laws out, and I'm on the Smith unit, right? Because I got to the Smith unit August of '96. And the Smith unit again is in Lamesa, Texas. And shout out to all my cousins in Lamesa, Texas that haven't met yet. Just know one thing: it's a small world, right? And so it's time, time going on, right? Steady doing the same old shit, getting cases and going back and forth with the laws. It said, third, right? 97, probably 98, it was a group of dudes who got transferred from the Terror unit to the Smith unit. One of them in particular I was cool with, man. He was off the north side, Acres Home or somewhere off the north side. It wasn't Fifth Ward, right? But remember I worked in the kitchen, so I used to see the cat come through with this wing, or I might see him come through with that wing, or I might see him on the rec yard with them dudes, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is I would always see the cat, out of place, right? And it's for me, working in the kitchen, that's what my hustle was, right? So like these dudes over here who can't move around that much, say they want to buy some, it's hard to really get it to them if you can't move around yourself, right? And what restricted me a whole lot was fucking with them COs. They ain't letting me do shit, right? It ain't even, they ain't letting me, is if I do it and they catch me, they gonna write me up, right? So I see my partner Acres Home doing what the fuck he want to do, right? So I see him one day, I'm talking to him, I'm like, damn, dog, how you get to, move around like this in the third, man? I've been here for a little while. I can't even do it, right? So the nigga go to tell me, like, man, Maxwell, I'm gonna tell you what your problem is. Your problem is you always cussing them laws out. You're always in their face. You're always fucking with them the wrong way, Man, my man tell me, he said, say, take about 2 weeks and just leave them alone and just chill, right? That's when you want to give you that speech. That's the difference between being the inmate and the convict, right? What the fuck happened? We in this penitentiary, right? But I take the advice. I don't, I take, because the nigga moving around, I want to move around. So I take his advice. Matter of fact, I chill for about a month. I don't say shit. I get, like, if I get a letter, I get my little letter, sit down, read my mail, chill out, right? What happens? About the month go by, I got a lick over here on this wing where, it's one of the worst where all the bad actors at, right? So I gotta grab everything I need. I'm finna try my luck. Fall out of place, go over there, holler at my partner, woo to woo, do the business, give him shit, and I'm just sitting there chopping it up with him. Matter of fact, the law that let me in the building, I know because he looked at me, Just, hey, open the door. He let me in. This is for that Texas 7 escape and you can move around like this, right? So hey, let me in. So he opened his door and let me in. And he see me. But in his mind, the way I act, in his mind, I belong over here. So he don't think twice of it. The other law that's, he in the picket, the other law that's, because a couple laws patrolling. The other one's patrolling. Even they see me in their mind, this is where I belong, right? And they look, I remember him looking at me like, yep, I knew they were going to get you. I already knew. It's just a matter of time. That's the vibe. That's the looking, what he telling me. I can see what he thinking. So when they call child, that same law, we'll call him Joe. I don't remember his name, but we'll call him Joe. CO Joe, correction officer Joe, has to go work in the child house, right? So they call this building for child first. in this wing. So we're gonna go to chow. Been to chow house, eat, then when chow was over, then them cats go to their wing and I go to mine. Now, then I knew all the tricks in the trade of how to eat twice. So I could come back through with my regular wing. So CEO Joe, he see me. And CEO Joe go to, because he knew that's the building that I was on. He just figured in his mind, this other building is where I belong, right? But he see me with my regular wing, and he looking, he grinning like, okay, you pulled the fast one on me. I got you. You know what I mean? Because he knew he put it together. I was just out of place. But talking to my partner, man, at his home, then that's what really like changed my mind. So from that point on, when I had stopped, I've never done it again. Unless one of them was fucking with me and that one person had the issue, not me and everybody who worked. And then again, man, I'm gonna tell you again, same thing. Like always, man, work clean.